What's up, everybody? God is good, huh? God is good. Let's see if I can do this without let me see what you guys see on this side. All right, well, I hope you guys, everybody can see. All right, so what we're going to do today is I did some stuff outside the video because it's just too much. It's too stressful. I know I told you guys before, one of the worst things to do on a motor is try to make a video while putting the motor together. This is something that you do not want to do making a video. When you see YouTubers making videos and they're doing all these videos and they're doing them basically to where the videos are all perfect and good. I love those videos and I thank those people for it. But they have people helping them. I don't have no one helping me. So I need to make this video at a distance because I don't know how to hold my camera or nothing. I'm running a business, I'm doing a bunch of things, so it's a little bit difficult to me. So we're gonna start off with some things. So some things that I did off screen is I put the oil filter adapter on. I want to check oil before I make sure I have oil pressure. All right. A lot of people make a big mistake. I created this oil pressure gauge out of this. So check this out. I want to thank Harbor Freight, and I'm paying for this video. I remember back in the day we used to buy these kits. They were $200-300 for Snap-on. They make a beautiful kit for 30 bucks. Cannot freaking beat it. It comes with all this stuff in there. All I'm using today, I pulled the hose off because I don't need that. I used the adapter to go from where's it at? That one right there. From that one to grab that tube, so it goes directly in here. There's a little threaded hole right here, a pipe thread. That is the hole that you use to put your pressure gauge in. That's where your sending unit goes. Or pressure unit receives the pressure. All right. I wanted to share that with you guys. Pittsburgh, 30 bucks. Can't beat it. I used to mess around and go buy me an oil gauge and then buy me that tube and the fittings. By the time I was done, I was in it more than 30 bucks. Everything for 30 bucks. You get a hose and everything else, which I don't need the hose, but I got it. I want to share that with you guys. Number two, I put on the fuel pump lockout plate. Remember, guys, remember this, so you guys know. You can no longer run a mechanical fuel pump when you use aluminum heads on an Oldsmobile. You can't. It won't work. You can't do it. You cannot grind into the head right here. It doesn't work. It doesn't let it fit. And the reason being is, you see how these two threaded holes are right here? On a cast iron head, those are just bungs that stick out. So the distance the heads stick out is the distance those bungs stick out. That's why your brackets will still line up. Everything will still be good. So don't worry about that. But it's right here. It don't allow you to put it in because it hits the head right here. You can run a mechanical fuel pump on a 455 because the motor is farther and wider. So the center part's the same, but the heads are farther away where the freaking pump fits in there barely. I seen where Edelbrock is cutting out this hole right here, and then it got to be. So I think what they're doing is they're cutting out and welding because you burn through. I was thinking about doing it, burning it, or opening it up, machining it, welding it up, and then see how it works. But at the end of the day, you're blocking off a cooling passage. So I don't recommend it. I've had customers do it, and they say it works. Me, I just run an electric fuel pump. As simple as that. That way, my weight's not messing with my head. You know what I mean? Remember, okay, number two. So I screwed this in. I built my little gauge. I can see it from this way. I'm looking for about 50 to 60 turning it. I'm going to turn it with this. I can probably get 80 if I use a drill. You don't need a drill. All you need is a speed wrench, 5/16 socket. Put your oil pump shaft in there. It's exactly 5/16 socket. Go on it. And remember, turn backwards or counterclockwise. Like this. I already brought pressure up. I'm at 60 pounds right there. Oils are going to all my lifters. It's good. On a roller camshaft, make sure you have everything together. If you just have the lifters in there, oil will shoot out the freaking push rod. The roller lifters over oil. Remember this, when you use the roller camshaft, you have to run restricted push rods. You have to, it's a must. We got plenty of pressure. We're golden. Golden, we don't have to worry about that. Do that before you put the intake on, all right? Do not put the intake on until you got this all checked out, all right? Number 2, I left some stuff to be done so I can show you guys. Clean all your surfaces. I had to get 2 different sets of gaskets. I had to play around to get gaskets because I needed a thinner gasket. I'm gonna do some stuff that you'll see why I say never do this job. Never do this job making a video. Never do this job with your wife home. Never do this job where anybody's near you. Never do this job. Always make sure you're by yourself. You have plenty of time. No one's calling you. No one's bugging you. Because this is one of the hardest things you're going to do. And I'll explain to you why. Because it doesn't fit correctly. Alright? These manifolds don't fit correctly. And one bolt's super hard. And I'll tell you all the tricks that I do to get around it. And I've done this. I've probably done this 100 times. Every time I fight with it. Every time. There's nothing worse than making a video or the phone ringing or someone calling you or anything like that. There's nothing worse than that. It's one of the most distracting things there is to do. It's crazy. People, hey, if I'm not responding to your comments, remember I have the YouTube face the other way. I can't see the comments, so bear with me a little bit, right? I apologize. I'm more concentrated on this motor. If I sound frustrated, I'm not frustrated. We're just about to do something that's really hard. But it's not hard. It's not hard to do. But you're gonna fight with it. Something you're gonna fight. You're gonna go. Hey, you gotta go into this knowing you're gonna fight. I'm doing a little tricks I do. I get a little punch. All right. I'm gonna punch. He's right here. I don't need this no more. Pull this off. And you only do it hand tight. Not even hand tight. You don't want to try to jam it in there. It don't have to be. All right. Look at that. I love this. I love it. And this one's way nicer than the one I made. It's nice. So this one I made at the end of the day, I made this. Remember, I got the fitting and that. Just like that, right there. That's all there's still oil in there. I want it to come out. This is a nice piece, man. $29.99 Harbor Freight. And that's with no deal, no special. I'm a member, but it wasn't on sale. I'm gonna get this punch, and I'm gonna go across this rail right here. And I'm gonna tap little holes in it. Try to stay to the edge because you can break out chunks of the casting. Try to stay to the middle. It's not a precision thing. You don't gotta beat on it, hit hard. All you're doing is giving something for the silicone to grab. And it goes into the casting easy. It's not hard. Same thing in the front. And I don't do it on the intake. Some people do it on the intake too. I just do it on the engine. I'm using a body hammer. I don't want too heavy of a hammer. I'm not trying to kill the motor. Alright. You hear that sirens? It's not a real cop. It's some idiot having those horns having a frame. He does it every day. All day long. Some fucking kid. I don't know who it is. They do it all the time. Alright. So you guys know. So I made this kind of setup so you guys know. So you know all the gaskets I've been trying. I finally found a gasket thin enough. Sometimes there isn't a gasket thin enough. You have to freaking open oblong the hole a little bit downwards to get the fit. And the reason being is because the Edelbrock machines them to take that belly pan gasket. You cannot use belly pan gasket on aluminum heads. I don't like using belly pan gasket, period, but you can't use them. Never use these. Never ever use these. These are a big no. You want to have a leak? Use these crap. Trash. Never use those. Remember that. Never use those. I repeat, never use those. Alright? Alright. At the end, we're going to install a oil filler tube. The reason why we're going to install oil filler tube, I have many people who don't know how to do it, and they ask me how to do it. So my other video, you saw me take it off. I'm going to show you how to install it. These are a one-time deal. Once you put them in, once you take them out, they're never going tight again. You have to constantly do it. All right. I'll tell you some other stuff I did too before I do that. You guys saw the block out plates. I already put a block out plate on here. Put it right there before I check the oil pressure. Blocked out the hole. I got them. They're on my website. You can get them like this, or I have them just steel where you can paint them. You know, I like the chrome. I don't want chrome. I'm putting half chrome. All right. All right. Number 2, I'm gonna show you guys my recipe. When I fill the motor with oil, I put it right in here. I put it in the hole. So I try to put a little hole and get a mess. Put it right here. All crazy. Who cares? Let it go in there. Let it go in there. This is my recipe. All right. I'm gonna show you what I use. Lucas 2050. I want you to use the weight 2050. Lucas braking oil. You guys see where it says 2050? What does it say right here? This is very important. High zinc oil is not good enough for braking. It has to say braking oil. Engine braking oil. It must say braking oil. This stuff right here only costs like $27 at Summit. All right. And then I buy this. This is what people add to their motor to do the same thing. I don't trust adding it just regular oil. I double up. I use this and this. So that way I'm secure. And then I also put about a quarter of a quart of Lucas stabilizer in there. All right, the same thing I use for assembly lube. I usually also put this too. That stuff is good for hot rods because let's be real with each other. We don't use our hot rods all the time. We don't. We think we're going to, but we don't. At least not as much as we want to. All right. Some of us are blessed and get to do it. 90% of us do not. All right. You know what's crazy? I forgot about that using brake clean. Let me go do something real quick. Alright, I'm back. You know, I forgot. I've been using brake clean. Brake clean. What's up, Enzo? Brake clean gives me heartburn. Hey, ever since I stopped drinking, I haven't got heartburn in a long time. I haven't. Hey, Enzo, so check out. We're gonna go over something. We're gonna do something that I'll tell you about. So this motor's for myself. It's a 403. Now I'll explain to you guys something. When you're using aluminum heads, you only intake that you can use is an Edelbrock 7111s. Only intake that works. The Chinese copy of this one is no good. I got one in. I tried to install it, and they were not working correctly. The bolt holes are off. So remember that they are not. Unless put this, if you have the skill to fix the bolt holes, you're golden. But if you don't, they're not gonna just bolt right on. They're not even if there's nothing wrong with the motor. Has nothing to do with that. So there's a hard bolt to get to. But anyway, let's do this first. I'll explain it as I'm going through the videos. All right. So I'm going to explain to you what a lot of stuff is in here, right? So I'm going to use the Edelbrock 7111 intake. Remember this. Always dry fit your intake because they never fit. They never fit, all right? Last thing you want to do is have it all zipped up and all lubed up with your silicone and everything else, and you can't freaking get it to freaking, the bolts won't start. So off screen, I put everything on dry. I put the gasket on dry, no silicone, put all the bolts in, made sure I got all the bolts started in every hole before I did it. Trust me on that. Everything I tell you not to do are all things that I already did and made the mistake and learned my ass off from it. That's why I'm so adamant about it. Don't do it. And remember, when you do this, no making videos, no one around you, no phone calls, no wife. Wife will definitely mess you up. They don't understand. Asking a wife to understand that is like asking a wife to help you bleed brakes. She cannot be near you when you do it. All right, this because what's going to happen is we're going to have to fight with this. All right. Hopefully, I did everything that my fight won't be too bad. So hopefully, I put them on and I put these on in 10 minutes before, have no problem. Then I fought with it for hours. This is the way I do it. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Put a big piece of cardboard. I'm gonna get the gaskets out. I'm gonna coat both sides with silicone. This is the silicone I'm gonna use right here. High temp ultra black RTV, all right? I want you to have two, you have an old tube to put on the gasket and a brand new tube to run your bead. And I'll explain to you why I use a what's it called? And we're gonna do it all wet. We're not gonna let it dry. Normally these gaskets have a little indentation right here, like this, look. Where'd it go? I have another gasket here. See how these gaskets are? Most big block gaskets have right here. There's a little dent, and you always know to put that down, but these ones are missing it. Remember this, guys, here's another thing. When you use Oldsmobile aluminum heads on a small block, or aluminum heads on a small block Olds, you now use a big block intake gasket. So that's how you know you can't use a belly pan gasket anyway, because a belly pan gasket won't work. And here's another thing I want to show you guys. On these 7111 intakes, this is for ends over here. You see the ports? They're smaller than the ports on the head. You don't gotta port match them. You could do it if you want to. If you got the skill to do it, you can do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, we've checked, it made no difference. I'm not gonna argue with no one on the phone about that. I checked it, it made no difference. I've done 100 motors, I ported them, opened them up, and you can port them. The only reason why you can use this intake for aluminum heads is only casting has enough aluminum to go around the big block port. You don't gotta do it because you're going from small to big. All right? So we're not gonna open them up. These already said, I'm not porting this head, I don't need to. Let me see. I already put the gasket on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a thin coat on both sides, rub it around, stick it to the head. I'm gonna run my bead. I have another thing of silicone. I like to use a brand new tube when I do the bead. And I'll explain to you why that in a little bit. You don't have to do it my way. This is the way I do it. I know you can't see me Facebook, but the most important is YouTube. I need YouTube to see this. I don't even think YouTube can see this. Can see what I'm doing. I don't even think they can see it. I'll show you after what I did. It's actually easier to do with no gloves. If I wasn't making a video, I'll be using no gloves. And just watch. I'll be wearing the silicone for a week. My wife always was used to it. Always had it on there. She was just used to it already. A lot of people don't do it the way I do it. They don't like it. But I tell you now, we're at the track. Always wanted me to do it because my intakes. Don't get me wrong. Anybody can get an intake leak, but mine hardly ever leak. Only problem is I was the only one to get them off. It's funny because the guy who taught me how to do this also taught me how to get them off. His name was Danny Rosin from Rosin Performance, the baddest. Hey, Danny Rosin, the baddest engine builder in freaking in Paso, and the baddest Oldsmobile builder in probably the country. People always ask me who does my machine work. Danny Rosin at Rosin Performance does all my machine work here in Paso. He was actually literally taught by Joe Mondello. Was taught by Joe Mondello when he started when he was like 12, 13 years old working for Joe Mondello back in the day. Flip the gasket over. These gaskets are not directional, no matter what side is which. You just got to put them on to make sure they line up. Simple as that. All right, guys? Now I'm going to do the side. Like I said, if I wasn't going live, I would do this with no gloves on. The intake part, silicone part, because silicone's grabbing my fingers. I'm making this silicone last. I like to have a brand new tube. I'll explain you why I like to have a brand new tube when I do it too. I think I barely made it. Barely made it. I'm not sure if YouTube, I know for sure Facebook can't see me. What's up, Daniel? What's up, brother? So I already did all the modifications that I need to do to make the intake work, to make the intake go on. And I told you all the ones I did. The modifications next are going to be the modifications to the bolt and modifications to the, you'll see right now. I'll show you guys right now. I shouldn't jump ahead. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'll explain it to you. And I'm only putting a thin coat. A big old gop of it, I'm putting like very thin coat. A big old gunk of it is not better. And I like when the silicone dries, it leaves a nice color, like a dark gray. They call it ultra black, but it's dark gray. The high temp doesn't work. I'm not a fan of high temp. All right, so you guys saw me do. Saw me put the divots. All right. I wanted enough tube to do something. So there's 4 corners right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 little crevices right there. I'm gonna try to use this last little bit I have in here, see if it works. This right here will also help hold it in place. Remember, you're gonna do it all wet. I put it a little bit high because it slides. Believe it or not, it slides. Remember, guys, also remember this. Motherfucker. Remember, you can't put these gaskets upside down. What I mean by this, you can go like this way, and they're not even, they don't line up. Don't do it. And people are like, why would you say that? Because the fucking people do it. That I have not done. I'm not taking that one. that people are just stupid. I have not done that one. But people have done it. For me, I haven't. I have not. I'm not taking that one. But I've done some dumb shit. But I didn't do this. I didn't do that one. All right, so I'm gonna try to use a little bit of this last of it, squeeze in these 4 corners. Okay, it worked. Perfect. 1. 2. 3. Now do this side. 4. 4. All right. Here goes the hard part for some of you guys. This one's going to be hard. What's up, Calvin? This, I'm not going to use any gloves. I need to be able to feel. I need to be able to feel, brothers. So, 5 out of 10 times, it's still going to pop. But I try to do it so it doesn't pop. When you got a brand new tube, there's no air in it. You haven't opened it yet. So it gives you a good chance. You got a good chance that you're not going to have air in it. The tips that come with it, I don't use them. You get the tip, turn around, poke it. Right there. Let it run your bead. I overlap a little bit. If I didn't know any better, if I didn't know any better, they're putting less and less silicone in these tubes. If I didn't know any better. took the whole tube almost. See that? That right there is stressful. All right. You guys saw everything I did so far. So far, so good. Cross your fingers. Make sure your gasket didn't slide down. Everything looks okay for me right now. Grab your intake. I grab it like this. Make sure your hands ain't dirty. The silicone stains the intake. Like this, right? I don't try to put it straight down. I just aim on one side of the holes. And you got to have faith. You got to believe in God. Because only God can help you. Hey, these are going good. These are going good. Only God can help you in this one. Sometimes you got to beat it up. Make sure you have washers on. I'm using a 12 point. I sell these. This 12 point is going to make a very big importance. I'll show you in a minute or what's so important about it. There's one bolt on this that everybody struggles to get. Hopefully we get it today. We're going to go for it. All right, that one right there. So I made a special bolt, and I'm going to show you what I did. Hey, we're past the hard part. What's up, Joseph? So don't worry about it. We're past the hard part, or we're past one of the hard parts. Now you can take your time. You don't got to go fast. You don't got to go crazy. It's not a big deal. It's not going to dry on you. This takes 24 hours to dry. And remember, everything I tell you guys is all stuff that I had issues with, that I struggled with, things that I've done, and problems that I've had. They're all problems that I had. I never want anybody to feel like I'm singling someone out, or these are all mistakes that I've made. Oh, as far as the valley trade, 403s, 350s, you don't need a valley trade in there. Big blocks you do, small blocks you don't. I forgot to tell you that. There's only a little window that's open. It's all closed. You don't need a valley trade. There's no longer heat ports in there. So no more heat's going to the intake. So don't worry about that at all. I forgot to tell you guys that. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are like, you forgot a valley trade. I didn't forget. You don't need one. And remember, you have 8 long, 4 short. These 12-point bolt heads are going to make a big difference right now. I like the gold bolts, the gray color. I'm not a big fan of stainless bolts. Stainless bolts look cool. But and they're overkill, but they look cool, but I don't like them for what I'm doing right here. So far, I got all of them started. Except one. This one's very important. I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to explain to you guys some stuff right now. So this is going to be very important for you guys. All right? I want to show you guys something. Edelbrock's going to give you a little bag of stuff in there. All right? It's going to look like this. All right? It's going to come with some plugs. And this is for you cast iron guys. Cast iron head. These plugs right here. These plugs. You open these garbage. Never use these plugs, dude. I got people rebuild their whole motor for these freaking plugs. Because they think they have a rod knock and they're just loose. These plugs, the biggest, stupidest thing in life. You jam these in the heat port to block off the heat. Do not use these plugs. Do not use these plugs, and do not use these plugs. They're trash. Throw them away. All right, now, they gave you a bunch of little plugs. These are for your water ports. Everybody knows what those are for, right? These two plugs, right? These two bolts right here, they gave you two of them. I don't know why you only need one. It's because it's a 12-point bolt like the ones I sell. All right? It's so you can do this. Second to the front on the passenger side, bolt right here. Still doesn't work. It's too long. Okay, look at and they don't make in between. So watch. This is the ones I sell. This is the one they send with it, but they only send you one. I send you all four so they match. It's the same length. Okay, you see that? So what I did is I got one of these, the ones I sell, and I cut it a little bit. See how much I cut off of it? It's about 1/4 inch, if even that. All right, because it's too long. It won't. The thing will let you in. So all you guys out there who are asking me how to put it in, that's how I do it. I'm not sure what the exact length is. I don't have a ruler. Let me see. You can see that. It's a little over 1.5. Right there. You can see that. Probably backwards on Facebook. That's what I do right there, right? Sometimes I gotta stick this in with no washer. And in my case, come with little end washers. Sometimes the end washer, yeah, you stick this one in with no washer. You can't get the end washer in there. It won't let you. We could try it, but I'm not gonna let it do it. No washer. All the other ones will wash, but not that one. You're not even gonna be able to torque this one. So I'm gonna show you guys something. Number 2. It's my special tool I made. This is a regular standard wrench. It's a bullshit Craftsman. All right, I made this years ago. All right, I cut the back of it off like this. This allows me to start it. I put my finger and I go like this and I turn it just enough like this. I don't put no pressure. I let it take itself in. All right, because you don't want to cross thread this fucker. And just take your time. It's not a race. You go to Harbor Freight and buy you a cheap little tool. And just to get it started. All right. Now, I'm going to find my wrench that I used to put that on there. Here it is, right here. So now we just get this started like this. Now I know I got that started. You're going to torque like this. I'm not tight, I'm just putting them down. I'm going to work my center, work my way out. Oh, another upgrade. I'm not going to do it, but you can take out about 1/2 inch right here, and it picks up a lot of juice on these. I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like it. If you guys see when I'm putting it in, I'm not building a hot rod. I'm building a lowrider with a big ass motor. You know what I'm saying? With a motor out of a Trans Am. I can't get to it yet. So this is where the other one's at right here. Here's where the other one goes. So this one and this one. I got it. All right. Ooh, handicap. baby, we're in. I was stressing this out right here. Last time I made a video, phone was ringing, people were calling me, everybody was bugging me, and I try to put on a handsome, cool face. Sometimes I can't do it. Build an engine, brother. Build an engine. That's what I do. So my barbecue guys don't know this side of me. They only know me as barbecuing and making and welding and making barbecues. They don't know that they don't know I'm Junior Castro from Old Rocket Parts. You see this bead of silicone that's squeezed out? It's another lesson you're gonna learn. I got a nice and perfect bead sticking out. Do not touch it. Don't touch it for 24 hours. Don't let no one go walk. Don't let no one go near your motor. The assholes will touch the silicone. They can't help themselves. They'll touch it. Don't cut it off. Leave it alone. It creates a perfect seal. Do not touch it. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. Now I need to find the torque wrench. I can't find my little small torque wrench. I had a little 3/8 torque wrench. I can't find it. I don't know if this fucker can go down to 35. Yeah, go down 35. 20. Right there. I'm gonna choke it to 40. We're gonna go to 40. Hold on, guys. Let me figure something out real quick. Let me drop this. Let me drop it down. Let me see if I can do this. Alright, so you guys know, you should do this either. I'm using an adapter to an adapter to an adapter to an adapter. We're just doing intake, not too crazy. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't like that many adapters. I don't have to do that many adapters. Hold on. Let me see. I don't mind the adapters. I don't like that one. There we go. Now I'm happy. I'm not torquing all the way yet. I gotta set to 40. I might just do it by feel. I don't trust, these are not a 3/8 torque wrenches. So I might do it by feel. I can't find my small torque wrench. One, I got a big torque wrench, and I got a bunch of adapters. That's what I got to do. What's up, friends? What's up, brother? Hey, YouTube, I'm not ignoring you guys, brother. I just don't have a way to see what you guys are talking to. I can't talk to you guys. I don't see something. I'm gonna turn this down and see what happens. It feels like it's feels like it's tight. There we go. That's 30. All right, it's working. So it worked on 30. There we go. That feels right. So I'll tell you guys a little secret. I tell lots of secrets. So remember this. These 4 ports right here, these 4 bowls, don't have to be there. They don't have to be there. They're not even there on a Victor manifold. They're not there on air gaps. I think on the Edelbrock they're there, but not on the Edelbrocks. I mean, not on the Speedmaster ones I got. Hold on 1 second. So here's where snap-on is good, or these are not snap-ons. Here's where snap-on is good, is you can fit in a little hole. Yeah. Not 3/8. Hold on, guys. One side. I thought I was losing my mind. 3/8. And all these 12 points, are 3/8. Going in there. So normally what I use right here, it's a snap-on wrench, the 3/8, because they're super small around here. So if you have a snap-on, that box end of the wrench can fit in there, and you'll get it. Or not even. That's why if you look, I just cut it in half and I have it flattened right there. Problem is, when I do that, it doesn't let me. It comes off of the 12 point. But they're tight. Well, this one is. I'll probably break this wrench. Let me see. There you go. Golden right there. There you go, brothers. That's a sexy motor right there. Right there. Let it dry 24 hours. So check this out. When you look, you'll see a bead go all the way around, squeeze out just a hair. You know it's sealing everywhere. It's a nice seal all the way around. Nice seal. Nice bead of silicone, all perfect. And I don't paint silicone. Remember that, never paint silicone. All nice, perfect little bead all the way around, exactly how I want it. Remember guys, this is difficult to do when someone's messing with you or someone's, thank God that no one called me on the phone. What's up, Jim? That was awesome. No one called me, no one bugged me, and let me do it. Remember, you want to have 2 tubes of ultra black high temp RTV. The high temp black, just regular black, it comes out like a glossy black. I'm not a fan of that shit. I don't like it. I don't use it. I did it one time and it leaked. I thought it'd be cool because it was glossy black and it leaked. Oh, we're gonna install that. We're gonna put the filler tube. Put the filler tube. Now this is another important thing. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. And this is the only tool and the only tool you use. All right. Here's a one-time knock to fit. One time. Once you knock them in, you try to knock them out, they don't go back in. All right? All right. So here's what we're going to do. I've had a dipshit measure these. Tell me, it's wrong. It's not going to fit. So don't call me no more nothing. This is the tool we're going to use right here. Here, like maracas. This is the only tool you use right here. Nothing else. This tool and this tool only. I guess you can use a rubber mallet. I've never used a rubber mallet. But I guess you could if you want to. I haven't. Now if you want the cap clocked a certain way, put the cap on. I want to say, yeah. So if you see the cap, that's got my pocket. Cap's chrome. I sell these too. Hey, you never say yes. I spoke it into happening. I made it happen. And guess who it is? Who I told I was doing something. Hey, you never speak it. You never speak it because it'll happen. All right. So I want this to be like this. You want to be like that? I want mine to be like this. So if you look at it, hold on. Matter of fact, I better look at that. Hold on. Where did I put the tube at? See what I'm saying? The phone just has to ring one time and mess me up. One time it messes me up. I might not be able to do it. If all it took was the phone to ring one time, messed me up in my head. It's crazy. Right here in front of my face. All right, so here we go. All right. So if you want it like this, put it across. I'm gonna put it across. Hope it's right. He got me messed up. That messed me up right now. So watch what I'm gonna do. It's gonna put pressure. It's gonna make a perfect little bead. I'm gonna get like this. And I'm not putting a lot. See how much I got on there? A little bit. All right? Now watch. I'm gonna use my finger. See how I did it? It's not precision. It's very easy. So Mark, very simple, very straightforward. Now I'm gonna put it and place it the way I want to place it. Let's hope I got it right. Stick it in there. And don't hit the silicone. Don't hit the silicone on your intake. Bam. So if you guys can see, it's a perfect little bead around it. Like perfect. Looks like a perfect little ring, like an O-ring. Cap on. Right there. Perfect little ring, perfect in there. Leave it like that. Let everything dry. It takes 24 hours for it to dry. All right? There you go. Pretty sexy motor. Hey, I tell you what. Don't leave. Don't leave yet. I'm gonna show you what I got for this. Let's see what I got. Check it out. All right, let me show you guys this. You're gonna like this. All right, so maybe about a year ago, I bought some guy out at the lake a bunch of Oldsmobile parts. He had a bunch of jet boats and stuff. He had a buttload of parts. And I went there and picked them up. Got a bunch of parts for like freaking $500. Check this out. Check this out. You ever heard of Mickey Thompson, right? Have you ever heard of Holly? Yeah, brother. These were beat up. I got them, sanded them, repolished them. So that'll look cool. They were all painted on them and everything. I think I want to paint inside the ribs black and then repolish it on top so it looks good. But yeah, man. There's one little thing right here, but I think I can fix it. Oh, I know I can fix it. So these are set up for the D-shaped gaskets, which remember the other motor had the D-shaped grommets. So I'll take those off. I also have the thick valve cover gaskets. See right there? See? Hey, so people know these hit the rockers, but I have thick gaskets. I have their 3/8 thick gaskets that let it clear. So I have other chrome ones that will clear this. So I might not be able to use these. These might not work. So you guys know these hit. I might use some chrome ones. Man, I want to put this on my motor. If you see the car I'm doing it, if you see what I'm building, you'll see why I want those so much. They got that vintage look, but also I have sheet metal will clear because I'm not gonna use stock brackets, so I can use any valve cover I want. I have some sheet metal valve covers, so I'll probably use the sheet metal ones. If I can't get these to work, I'm using the sheet metal ones. But I saved the thick gaskets for this too. I wanted that look. Hey, if I can't get these to work, I'll sell them. Hey, cool thing is they say Holly, not Mickey Thompson. But I have a Holly carb. I was gonna put a Holly carb on there, but Holly's and I don't care Edelbrock, Holly, same thing. I like them both. So people are like, what do you like better? I like them both, but I like Holly, Edelbrock, whichever. Depending on what application I'm using. But look at these, man. These are freaking cool. So if these don't work, these will be for sale because I want nothing to do with them. If anybody interested in them, let me know. If that's if they don't fit. I really want them to fit. But it looks to me like what I need to clear, the gaskets are only 3/8 thick. I don't think the gasket's enough. There you guys go, man. Keeping it sexy right there. That's a clean looking motor. Let's just stand back and look at it. That's a 403 Olds. That's not the original color. The original color is supposed to be light blue. It's a 403. I painted it gold, but that's the color of the motor in my car. You know, all the early 330, 350s are all painted gold. Unless it was like so in 67, I think they were bronze. I know 68 was bronze, and then our 69 was red, and then after that, all the 455s were blue. But all the 350s were always gold. So you had bronze, and then if it was a Tornado, it was like a real light, like almost like my bug blue. And then if it was a 403, it was a corporate blue, like kind of like it's hard to explain that blue. It looks cool though, aluminum heads. but I want it to be gold. What's up, Peter? Check it out, brother. Yeah. Oldsmobile 403. This 403 is out of a Trans Am. 403s came in, so it didn't matter. They came in Trans Ams, they came in GMC motorhomes, they came in Cadillacs, they came in the late Tornados. And I think that's about it. They were only 77, 78, and 79. That's it. Those 3 years. I don't even think 77. But either way, you guys saw how I put the intake on. I'm gonna fiddle with this one a little bit more. I'm gonna get this a little bit tighter. But I got it started. It's in. I'm gonna continue with it. I'm gonna get a wrench and I'm gonna grind it, make it so it fits in there, and I'm gonna turn it. That's how I'm gonna do it. I had all this stuff. If you have a snap-on wrench, once you get it down enough, then you tighten it. Just get it hand tight. It don't gotta be crazy tight. You'll never be able to torque it, and you don't want to torque it because you'll never be able to get it off. And never, ever use an Allen. Do not use an Allen. All right. Remember, listen to what I'm saying. Do not use an Allen. If you use an Allen, you'll be able to get it started, but you won't be able to get that bitch out. So I repeat, do not use Allen. That's why they give you these ones. But these ones are too long. So it doesn't matter what you're putting on. Remember, guys, anybody, you put on a cast iron, anything, cut about that much off of it. Like that much off the tip. And then it'll fit. It'll work. You can get started. All right? That's how you do it. If not, you try to go in there, it's too long. It won't let it go. And you can't buy a bolt in between. What's up, Paul? There's no in between. So that's how I do it. I cut about a hair off. I have my special made wrench that I use to start it. And then once I get it down far enough, I can get a wrench on it. That's how I tighten it. I'm going to play with it more off the video, but I can leave it alone and not have to worry about it. Because remember, these 4 holes right here, if you get like a Victor manifold or an air gap, they're not even there. At least not an air gaps I sell. And Victors don't have it all. So that's not important. It'll, basically, what I'm trying to say is, it'll seal without it. All right? So, there you go. 403, intake's on. Keeping it sexy. All right, brothers. You guys have a blessed evening. I'm happy about that. Hey, I'm super happy I got it on here. Only one phone call, and I didn't get stressed out. I didn't get all mad. But love you guys. Remember, I'm Junior Castro, Old Rocket Parts. If you ever have any questions, shoot me a call, 805-975-8601. I do my best to help you. I wanted to make this video because sometimes people just don't understand what I'm trying to tell them over the phone. I get some guys who understand, some guys who don't. So that's how I do it. Love you guys. And remember this, guys. Jesus loves you, man. Jesus loves you. Jesus died on that cross for our sins, so we all get to go to heaven. And if you're a sinner like me, I'm talking like a super sinner, where I take sinning to another level. I'm thankful for that, brother. I love Jesus with all my heart. The fact that I get to go to heaven, someone like me gets to go, and I try to share it with all you guys. So remember that. God loves you, man. God loves you. God loves you. He sent his only son to die for him on the cross, so you get to go to heaven, brother. That's how much he loves you. You have a blessed evening, and God bless you. Old Rocket Parts, Gabby's Grills, Junior Cash, however you know me. AA, who knows? I love you guys, man. Late.